This is the Snake River in Idaho, in Burley, Idaho. The origin of the Snake River from the west side of Yellowstone National Park, and the destination it ends in the Columbia River close to Basco in Washington. So it comes from, say, part of Montana, Idaho, Oregon, and it ends in Washington State. And that is the harvester. If you look at it carefully, it is pulling, grabbing something. It have hydraulics. It might be controlled from inside. I'm just trying to find the part. It has too many hooks. What does it hook to? It might hook to other things. That seems like it is multifunctional. This is just an engine that pulls. If you look at the bottom, there is a tow part in the bottom. Above it, there is a hook. There is another hook. So it does many functions. And all these hoses are controlled. If you look carefully, it has 4 components. If you look at that piston, it can fold this, it can hold this entire thing, fold it this way, fold it around this axle right here. So it can fold it so you can drive it on the highway. You can fold this part to the main, and you bring the other part and you can drag it on the highway. It pulls it. The tractor pulls this entire machine. You start from here. Those are cutters. They cut, they make grooves, they spin. I don't think they have a motor. They are just, when you drag them, they spin. So they cut the soil by the weight of the machine. The machine is too heavy. And you can make it cut only, I think, and you can lift this entire part up in the air with this piston. This piston is controlled here with this airline, goes here. Most probably the driver has a way of lifting this entire part up. So you can only use the cutters, or you can use the 2 cutters, this cutter and the other one. And this one has, this is fixed to the frame. So when you drop this part to the bottom, it's called right here, harvest starts here. So this is harvester. The Great Plains, this is part of Nebraska, place called Nebraska. Well, Nebraska is part of the Great Plains. And here are the forks. Those digs deep in the soil, and they get all the roots and the rocks, and they cut them or turn them other way. The whole process here is to cut the soil and turn it. When you turn it, when you cut it, if you look at here, there is a cut. This one cuts. The other one cuts. This one pokes the ground, makes grooves in the ground. And this part here, it spins by the weight of the machine. When it spins, it turns things around. The purpose here, the main purpose, is to turn the soil so you can get the oxygen to the depth of the soil to avoid the rotting, what you call it, putrefaction, or having a rotten soil. If the soil is rotten, it's going to generate methane gas. The methane is going to kill the microorganism, and it's going to poison anything you try to cultivate. So the sole purpose, or the whole purpose of this machine, if you look at the ground is very loose. This is potato right here. This is potato. This is left over. If you poke it, it's right, it's potato. This is potato. This is potato. This is potato. All this is potato. It seems like they still have potato on the ground. They are not finished. They did not finish yet, or they might just get a layer of it. All these are potatoes. Potatoes are tubers, which means it is a stem of a tree that turn it into a storage of carbohydrates, and it has everything the stem has: the branching part, the buds, all the stuff of a stem of a tree. There is still a lot of potato in the ground. So this one, as we said, it cuts, it makes grooves, and it turns things upside down. I think there is a lot of potato here. It's very hard to distinguish potato from the soil. And as you see, the soil is soft. It is not clay. In the bottom, yes, it has moisture into it. And they have to irrigate it by sprinkles, even though you have the Snake River here. After they turn the soil, they get the machines that have to lift that soil. Where does it take it to put it on a pickup truck or a dump truck? The dump truck takes it to the processing center. I think this pile here is the waste, or whatever left over. This pile right here, that's whatever left after they sift the potato from the soil. This is very rich soil. I think they sell it in Walmart and shopping center in bags. Look carefully. Those are potatoes. Those are not stones. Those are not trucks. You look at the ground here. Everything is these are potatoes, not trucks. So that seems to be the part that they cannot separate. Or maybe I'm wrong. I am just here a visitor. Most probably they are going to gather, to collect this part. You put it on forgot the machine that have to lift it, like a crane. It lift it, it cross the road with it. Right here. This bulldozer right there, because today's Friday night, so nobody is working. It will keep going, crossing the street back and forth, bringing the soil and the potato to this machine, that's sifting machine, or whatever we call it. Start from here. The truck will dump the stuff on this part in the beginning, and that part I think it will lift up, and there is like a conveyor, like a vertical conveyor. That vertical conveyor has holes in it, so the soil will fall in the ground, and the solid parts will travel to the top into that tank. I don't know what's inside the tank. might have a big sifting or web, anything inside that separates the soil from the potato. Then from that big container in the middle, it will dump it on the other conveyor. So you have a conveyor here and a conveyor here. It will go up the conveyor also to separate the dirt, the soil from the potato. And then in the back, you have, how many conveyor? You have another conveyor. That is one, that is two, that is three, that's four. And in the back you have another conveyor that will take it to the warehouse. And that is the toilet for the people that work here. Very harsh environment. Agricultural environment is deadly. And they have to have people here who can just put up with this dirt. Very dangerous, very dirty. And they don't make any money. But when you are desperate, you have to live to feed your family, you have to pay rent. You can take any job. When you have no money, you have no freedom. Here is the other conveyor, the horizontal conveyor that goes up in the warehouse, and it goes up one of these doors. At that time, the potato will be cleaner from most of the dirt. I think they have to wash it after that, do whatever they have to do with it. And all these warehouses in the back, have another one here with the 3 doors. And then when they are done processing and packaging it, they send it to new cold. This is the new cold facility right here, where they export the potato all over America. And I came here from Salt Lake City. That container that has the light on is my container. That's going by rail from here, Burley, to Salt Lake, about 180 miles. From Salt Lake, it will take the train intermodal to go to Atlanta, Georgia, about maybe 2,000 miles, just delivering potatoes.